Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex Goddard. I'm a pet portrait and animal artist specialising in acrylic paints. I'm starting the vlog today and it's probably going to be quite a long one in terms of timeline. Today's the 20th of December and I'm going to film between now and the first week in January, which is when I'll have some time to edit all of the footage and make the video. So yeah, I'm going to film little snippets here and there of things that are relevant to my business. And yesterday I finished my last commission of 2023. It's just here behind me. So it's for someone in America and it's a gift. They actually included a gift message with the order. So I've just been writing that up and I varnished it yesterday, so it's all dry, and today I need to package it and take it to the post office, and that will be it then commission wise for 2023. And I won't be starting my next commission until the end of that first week in January, so I've got a nice kind of 10-11 days off of doing commissions. I also quite excitingly sold my first greeting card to a complete stranger. So I sent my first ever one that I'd made to my friend for her birthday, and then I put the other 9 of them that I'd ordered onto Etsy, and a complete stranger has ordered one, which made me really excited. So I had posted it already, but this is basically what I sent to her. It's my first greeting card design of a Boston Terrier. I'm going to package this up now and take the painting down to the post office. I'll show you my process. Okay, that's all ready to go now, so I'm just going to pop to the post office and drop it off. Good morning. So it's a few days later now. It's actually Christmas Eve. I cut the video a bit short the other day. I think the last clip was me taking a painting to the post office. Yeah, so for the last few days we've just been keeping the kids entertained with day trips out. It's obviously the Christmas holidays now, so they need to be kept busy. I do have a few hours now though in my studio, so I'm going to get started on my next greeting card design. And I thought whilst I'm painting it, I'll obviously show you how I'm doing it and chat to you at the same time about my goals for 2023. So obviously we're coming towards the end of the year now, so I thought I would do a little recap and talk about what was successful, what I managed to achieve, and I've also have a couple of new ones for 2024, so I'll talk to you about those. And this afternoon we're actually going to a museum called Amberley, so it should be really a nice family day out. They've got steam trains and a little pottery place, so the kids should be kept nice and busy there. I'll take some footage of it. So yeah, anyway, now I will just show you what I'm painting. I've got it all set up down here. It's a paper portrait. It's quite small, you'll see it in a second. And yeah, the reference image is really cute. It's 2 Labradoodles. So just quickly before I get started, something that wasn't even on my radar at the start of this year and I didn't set a goal for it was starting a YouTube channel. So I finally took the plunge and did my first video and I uploaded it in, I think it was August. And at the moment I think I've got something like 267 followers, which is obviously not a huge amount, but I'm so happy with that because I honestly didn't even think that 10-20 people would subscribe to my channel. So the fact that I've got over 200 already is amazing. And yeah, I'm not someone who's naturally confident on talking on camera, but this is something that I definitely want to improve because I really do love the whole filming and editing process. So a big goal for 2024 is going to be making more content for my YouTube channel. And the best piece of advice I got, which made me make my first video and upload it to YouTube, was that no one else cares what you're doing. So a big kind of issue for me not starting was thinking that friends and family, if they watch my videos, might think, oh, what's she doing, take the mickey out of me. And I mean, there will be some people that think like that, but majority of people won't. And also, I don't think most of my family and friends have even watched a single video. So it'll only be people who are interested in what you're making videos about. So with mine, it will be small business, art, creative things. And most of my family and friends, I don't think even my mum has watched any of my YouTube videos. So yeah, let's get cracking and I'll give you a recap of my 2023 year. So towards the early part of 2023, I did set 5 goals. My first goal was to reach 1,000 followers on Instagram before the end of the year, which I haven't actually achieved. I think I'm up to something like 860, and I've decided that I'm not going to continue with this target next year. Obviously, I do think that growing your account on Instagram is beneficial, particularly for small business owners. What's more important, to prioritise meaningful engagement over just getting numbers for the sake of it. And I'm also pretty sure that if you're trying to chase follower numbers, it can lead to stress and anxiety, which I haven't myself experienced, but I have heard stories or watched videos on YouTube of other people that this has happened to. So whilst I know that growing my Instagram following is a valid goal, I've decided to balance quantity with quality, and I'm only going to post when I've got something worthwhile to post in order to build a more sustainable social media presence. So that's going to be my Instagram goal going forward. My second goal was to develop a website ready for launch. So I managed to develop the website and launch it in June of 2023. I used Squarespace, which I thought was great and I would definitely recommend. There's a few different platforms to choose from, so it's definitely worthwhile investing a bit of time researching all of them and deciding which one's best for you. I also watched some tutorials on Skillshare about how to set up a website specifically using Squarespace, and I would definitely recommend also doing this, as there's some really great courses that walk you through the step-by-step process. I'm very happy with how my website has turned out, especially because I was able to set it all up by myself. So I would say this goal has been achieved. However, it's always going to be a work in progress, and I think I'll always be adding things and changing little bits here and there. Goal number 3 was to network in my local area, and I actually joined Horsham Artists in the summer of 2023, and I really enjoyed being a part of this group. They're basically artists who produce work in using different disciplines, so it could be painting, pottery, jewellery making, so it's a very diverse group of people. I'm definitely going to renew my membership for 2024, and as part of this they run 3 different art events throughout the year. One is a summer art fair, they do a Christmas market, and they also do an artist trail in the spring where you can basically have an open house and show people either your home studio, or if you have a studio elsewhere, you can invite people there to take a look at your work. I took part in one of their art events this year, and next year my goal is to take part in 2 of them. So I think I will do the Christmas market again, which I did this year, and also the art trail as well. Goal number 4 was to investigate making prints in Adobe Photoshop and to prepare the artwork for print. So I did make 2 different art prints in 2023. However, I didn't use Adobe Photoshop. I just used the unedited photos that I took on my iPhone. I did do some investigation into Photoshop, and for what I was needing it for was just to touch up photos that I've taken of my own artwork. It was actually a very expensive route, so I've opted to go for a cheaper alternative, which is called Affinity Photo, and you basically buy a lifetime membership. So this is different to Adobe Photoshop, where they charge you either for an annual subscription or a monthly, which is what makes it so expensive. But with Affinity Photo, you can pay a one-off fee, and then you basically get the software forever. And I waited for the Black Friday sale. I think it was something like £40, which compared to Adobe Photoshop is a massive saving. So I have started using this. I'm using it to create my greeting cards. So obviously I am painting a design for a greeting card here, which I will then edit in Affinity Photo before I send off to get printed. This is actually my second design that I'm doing. I've already got 1 greeting card. up on my Etsy page and website. So I'm going to slightly adapt this goal for 2024 and aim to have at least 10 greeting cards and prints available on my website and Etsy shop, and also to have these available to sell at any kind of craft fairs or art markets that I'm going to be participating in. So my fifth and final target was to explore other subject matter to paint and practice with more than 10 finished paintings. I put this one in there because I feel it's really important to do this in order to grow as an artist and to learn new skills. One thing that I really love to do is copies of old masters. So artists that I love, I tend to buy a book with their pictures of their paintings in, and then I'll choose one or two to copy. But I've actually been really bad at doing this year, and I've only managed to do 3 the whole year. And I think this is because it's not directly beneficial to setting up my pet portrait and animal artist business, so I've kind of put it on the back burner. So I'm going to continue this target into 2024. And something else that I love doing is sketchbooking, but again, I don't really do this very often. I tend to take my sketchbook and pencils away when I go on holiday, so that's maybe 2 or 3 times a year. So yes, that's going to form part of my goal for 2024, is to do more copies of old masters and to do more work in my sketchbook. So that was a very quick run through of my goals that I set myself for 2023. I do have 2 new ones, and the first one is to participate in my first dog festival, which I'm really excited about. I have registered, it's in June next year, so I've got a lot of work in preparing for that, so that's why I thought I'd include it as a separate target. And the last one it's quite broad, but it's to do one thing every single day. And some days this is going to be big things where I have 3-4 hours to devote to maybe finishing a painting or editing a YouTube video. And other days it might only be 5 or 10 minutes just to maybe research something or just to do a quick 10-minute sketch. But I think it's important that if you are setting up a small business or running a small business, it's quite often going to be something that you're doing on top of something else. So you may have a full-time job or a part-time job, or you may be looking after young children. By setting this target, I can tell myself that even if I only manage to do 10 minutes today, if I am consistent with that, then it's going to get me closer towards my end goal. So I'm coming to the end of a little painting session here. I hope you've enjoyed watching me creating my next greeting card design. It's not completely finished yet, but I'm happy with the progress that I've made. I've probably got maybe another hour or so to finish it, and yeah, hopefully in this vlog I'll be able to show you the finished product. It is now the 28th of December, so Christmas has been and gone. I hope everyone had a really lovely time. We were just doing loads of family things. We spent time with my family and my husband's family, and we've actually just got back from staying with them since Boxing Day. So yeah, I received some really lovely gifts, and I just thought I would show you a few. So I received some art gifts, but also some non-art gifts. And from my mum, we got a hamper from Fortnum and Mason's, and there were some lovely things inside. So these little Midnight Feast hedgehogs she got for the kids, and they're like little matchboxes, and then you slide them open, and inside there's 2 little hedgehogs with some sprinkles on. I thought they were so cute. The kids did receive quite a lot of chocolate, so I'm actually saving these. Yeah, the best before date is July this year, so maybe I'll save them for Easter probably. Yes, I thought they were really nice. There was also this soy wax candle inside. I just love the packaging. I haven't taken it out yet. We've still actually got our Christmas tree up. We'll have it up until probably a few days after New Year's. So I'm just going to pop all of these back underneath because I like it once you've opened all your presents that you put them back under the Christmas trees. So then art related gifts. I got a few. My husband actually got me a couple of surprise gifts. The first one was this, it's called a proportional divider. It's really nice. It's brass and it comes in this really nice kind of leathery case. So because I like doing drawings in my sketchbook, you can use this when you're out and about and you can measure things in real life, and then you can translate that onto your drawing surface so it gives you the right scale. Yeah, so that's just a really nice little keepsake as well. And he also got me this. So it's a pot to put water in, so I think it's especially good for oil painting. So it comes in two parts like so, and it's also a brush cleaner up here, and you can rest your brushes on here to dry as well. I've never used one of these, so I've just noticed it's got a handle as well, so that must be to put over your easel. But again, yeah, I'm going to need to research how to use it properly. I'm sure it's quite obvious, but yeah, quite pleased with that one. And this is something that my kids got, but I'm actually going to take from them. So we didn't ask for it, and I'm just, you know when you get those gifts that you haven't asked for, but you think, yes, thank you, that is what I wanted. So literally a few weeks ago, I was trying to trace something, and I was really struggling because my tracing paper was too thick and I couldn't see through it properly. So I was shining lights at different angles on it to try and get it to go see through. And my kids got this from their uncle, and it's a light up tracing pad. So yeah, basically you put batteries in and there's a surface that lights up, and you put the paper on top and the tracing paper, and you can trace images. So I will definitely be borrowing that from my kids. And a couple of things have arrived which I didn't receive as gifts, but I actually ordered them before Christmas and they just arrived. So I ordered some more stickers, and these are just plain with my logo on. So I'm going to use these for my greeting card packaging, and also when I do paper portraits. So I wrap them in cellophane, and yeah, I was putting a little sticker on. I got some from Amazon that say, thank you for supporting small business. But these are obviously, they're quite generic, and these are more specific to my business. So I'm really happy with those. I think I ordered 250. And I got the recycled sticker paper on the Vistaprint website. I find Vistaprint really good for printing stuff like this, like business cards, stickers, and also these thank you cards as well. So again, these are on recycled paper, and I didn't get them very thick because I am going to pop them into my envelopes that I use to post my greeting cards. So obviously I don't want the envelopes to be thicker because I want to be able to just post them as either first class or second class using a stamp. I also ordered some of these. Now this is something that for a lot of people will seem fairly obvious, but for me, I had to research it and figure out what I needed. So there are card-backed envelopes, and I'm going to use them to post out my greeting cards. And I believe the size is C5, so you might have heard the term C5 mailers. I think that's what these are. And yeah, they're the perfect size for my greeting cards. I'll just grab one and show you. So yeah, if someone orders a greeting card, I will be using these. So that's, yeah, it's quite snug, but it's literally the perfect fit. And then I would also put one of these in now, and as I was saying, because they're quite thin, they'll just go in very nicely. I've got a gold pen, and I'm actually going to put people's names there. I have sold 2 greeting cards now. Doesn't sound like a lot, but I only put them on my Etsy shop a couple of weeks ago, and someone from Australia has just ordered one. So I have already taken it to the post office, and postage was £2.20. So the greeting cards are £3 each. And yeah, the postage was £2.20. So I probably actually lost money on that by the time you take off the cost for me actually getting the cards printed and the cost of the envelope. But I'm just so happy that someone in Australia has ordered one. So yeah, for now, I don't mind about the postage costs. So yeah, I would just pop that into there. And yeah, so it took me ages to figure out what I needed to post my greeting cards. So yeah, for anybody else who may be watching and is the same as me, like there's things that seem quite obvious that you kind of should know about, but it takes you ages to figure out what the name is and what you need to buy. Just if there's anything that you see on these videos, just ask me what the name is or where I get them from. I ordered these from Amazon, and I think I ordered something like 50, and they're not that expensive per unit if you order a fairly large amount like that. So I actually do have a paper pet portrait that I need to mount and package, and I'll show you that in a minute. But first of all, the last thing that I'm going to show you is my greeting card design that I was painting on Christmas Eve, was it? Which is finished now. Hopefully you can see it properly on camera, but it's 2 Labradoodles, and I wasn't sure whether to leave the background white or whether to paint it, because most of my paintings I do paint the background, so I wasn't sure if it would look a bit weird if one of them was a white background, but I really like it white. So what I've done is I've photographed it, and those photos I'm going to use for the greeting card. So I've already done that, and now I'm going to paint the background and then re-photograph it. So then I've got either option, because I'm not sure if it's going to look better with a background. Obviously you won't know until you actually try. But yeah, I'm really happy with it, and I think it will be good for maybe a birthday or Valentine's Day for dog lovers, or people who love Labradoodles. So yeah, before I make a start on painting that background, I am going to package that paper portrait, and I'll show you how I do that. I'll just go and grab it. I've got a big collection of things on my desk now, Christmas presents and stickers. So this is the paper pet portrait on canvas paper, and I already had the mounts. I've got cream mounts, and the aperture is the perfect size. I had to wait such a long time to receive these square pieces of cardboard, like weeks and weeks and weeks. So they've only just arrived, but basically I'll use one of those to go on the back, and then I'll wrap it in cellophane and put my sticker on. So I'll show you how I do that now. Pieces of tape that I put at the top and the bottom are hinging tape, so one side's sticky and the other side's not, so that's just to stick the paper onto the mount. And then these 4 strips that I've put around the edge are the double-sided tape, so I will peel back and then stick the card on the back. The finished paper portrait, and I'll include a thank you card and just write the name of the recipient on there. Just doing a little photo mock-up to go on. It's actually going to be for my Instagram, but I might also use the photos for my website and maybe Etsy as well. I'll just take some different sizes, different angles, and yeah, then I've got options. I don't actually have that square shape on my Etsy shop or website yet, so I'm only offering the A5 and the A4, so a bit later on today or tomorrow I'll add the square shape on there because I've got the backing boards and the mounts and everything, so I'm good to go with those now. Editing this vlog and I've realised that I didn't do an outro, so it's the 2nd of January now, so it's New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you had a really lovely last few days of 2023. On New Year's Day we just went out for a really long walk in the forest and we've just been chilling at home. The kids are back to school today, so yeah, I'm having bit of time now to edit all of the footage together. If you have made it to the end of the video, then thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. And yeah, I hope you all have a brilliant start to 2024 and hopefully see you in my next video.